Alright, so Steve here, and I'm going to continue playing Tomb Raider. So, yesterday my run and was cut short because I had to go to work. I woke up rather late. So, yeah, so I'm at 59% right now, Path to Deathless. So, I ended as I was entering the Lost City. And anyway, I got something here. It's a notification from the shop. Online privileges. Oh man, PS4, slow. I was actually watching some Breath of the Wild gameplay footage and I was just in tears. I mean, I hold Zelda so dear to me, and then seeing more gameplay footage, even though a lot of people diss it, like there have been so many open world games that have come out since the PS3 and Xbox 360 came out. Actually seeing an open world Zelda, like seeing it move, it actually somehow brought me to what the heck, server not available. Okay, never mind that. So anyway, with the Breath of the Wild gameplay footage that I saw earlier, I saw some footage in the snowy regions, and then I remember back then playing Majora's Mask, and then going to, yeah, that was Snowhead. Yeah, Snowhead Temple, the Icy Goron area, and then there was the weather had no bearing on Link. Even in Twilight Princess, I forgot the area. I did not play Twilight Princess as much. I'm going to be revisiting that. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to play Ocarina of all the 3D Zeldas prior to the launch of Skyward. I mean, prior to the launch of Breath of the Wild. I'm not sure if I'll be able to play any. The only thing I'd be able to complete would probably be Ocarina of Time, since yeah, I've played Ocarina of Time countless of times as a kid. So anyway, Snowhead Temple of, or was that Death Peak? I forgot. My goodness. So anyway, the icy areas in Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess, they had no bearing on Link, and then I was really surprised to see that Link was affected by the weather change. So you had to put on this tunic so that he could survive better in the cold. And then I was surprised, like if you jumped into the frigid water, his hearts were dipping. Oh wait. There was also the frozen Zora's Domain of Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I remember swimming there, and it didn't really affect Link's health. You just needed the Zora tunic so that you could explore the bottom of the lake when you had the iron boots, but that was more for holding Link's breath underwater. So yeah, that kind of surprised me, and a lot of my friends still diss Breath of the Wild for being barren. Well, we haven't seen the retail copy yet. We've just been seeing previews, so I really can't say. Aside from that, what else? What else am I? Yeah, well, basically the reason why I'm I'm still on the fence with Breath of the Wild, because I got a Wii U. I got a Wii U rather cheap. It's used already. I could play Breath of the Wild there, but the problem is, will I be getting a better experience playing on the Switch because of the higher fidelity, less stuttering? Well, yeah, that's why I'm on the fence. Switch is rather pricey in the Philippines. The predicted cost is around 22,000 to 25,000 pesos. So yeah, because the problem here is the Southeast Asian supplier or dealer, Maxsoft. They have this arrangement, so it's not just limited to the Philippines. It's also present in like Singapore and Malaysia, wherein they're selling the Switch as a bundle with Breath of the Wild and 1-2 Switch. So you don't have a choice between just getting the console only and then picking a game that you actually want to play. I'm not really sure I want to play 1-2 Switch, though I was watching a video earlier discussing like what 1-2 Switch is about. So it's a party game. It's a game you bring out to a social gathering and whatnot. So it's got around 28 games. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I'm still on the fence with the Switch. Aside from Breath of the Wild, there isn't anything else that I want to play on it immediately. I'm also salty AF because I did not order the Master Edition or the Special Edition. I mean, back in 2011, I actually spent extra dollars just to get a copy of Skyward Sword, just to get a copy of the Skyward Sword limited edition with the golden Wiimote. I guess I'm gonna show that sometime when I decide to play Skyward Sword again. But yeah, I don't think I can play it on the Wii or the Wii U even, because when I saw HD screenshots and footage of Skyward Sword running on the emulator, running on Dolphin, and then it was running so much better. It looked so much nicer. I feel that playing it again on the Wii, though I got halfway on the Wii. I just got halfway through the Wii. I got frustrated with the part in the forest temple. Like, I had to gather these goldfishes or something. That kind of frustrated me. Then I just dropped the game. I dropped the game because by that time I also had a PS3, and yeah, I was playing more fighting games. So yeah, back to Skyward Sword. Yeah, I learned that if you have the Dolphin bar, so Lazada also sells the Dolphin bar. Unfortunately, when I was going to purchase it, it was suddenly sold out. Like, what in the heck? Do they only have like two? Do they only have two items in stock for the Dolphin bar? And then they also have another seller selling it at twice the price. So I don't really want to buy that yet. So yeah. Anyway, Skyward Sword. I'd have to say Skyward Sword. My first experience with Skyward Sword was that it was the most animated Zelda I got to play, because yeah, Zelda and all the other characters were much more expressive. Coming from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess, I did not encounter characters as expressive as the characters in Skyward Sword. I was, however, frustrated with Skyward Sword's controls. The Wiimote with the Motion Plus, it really wasn't the best. I'd have to reset it occasionally. And then yeah, so Skyward Sword, I like the game, but I had my frustrations with it as well. Didn't complete it. I'm gonna complete it another time. So anyway, back to me playing Breath of the Wild. I really want to play the game. Maybe I'll play it on Wii U, but yeah, Switch still on the fence. Wifey, should I get a Switch? Anyway, yeah, so the reason why I suddenly got more drawn into Breath of the Wild was the open world. Even though people say it's a vast expanse of emptiness, I was playing Ocarina of Time back then. Even though I finished the game like so many times, I would just jump into Ocarina of Time's world again and again, just swim through Lake Hylia without getting tired of it. I would just go through the Lost Woods and then just keep playing around in Kokiri Forest. I would never grow tired of my experience just running around in that open world, but it was rather small open world as opposed to, let's say, they say like Breath of the Wild be like 100 times bigger. So that in itself excited me much more when I saw the environmental thing going on. So the cooking, that really didn't excite me so much. The combat, I've been used to playing 3D Zelda combat since, yeah, Ocarina of Time. Playing combat in Twilight Princess wasn't really that different. They added new moves for Link. Combat in Skyward Sword was a bit frustrating, especially when you had to target certain weak spots for the enemy, or like you had to cut their weapons. I don't remember so clearly anymore. But yeah, so that open world suddenly seems much more appealing to me now when I saw the environmental effects on Link. And yeah, I was really surprised when let's say you have to, yeah, I'm just rather excited now to see that you have many ways on approaching how to play the game. So for instance, you could chop down a tree to cross the bridge, or you could like use the sail to glide somewhere further. I don't know. So I guess I won't spoil myself anymore. I mean, that was my crime as a kid. I read an Ocarina of Time strategy guide before I got my hands in the game, because games were really expensive back then. I just got Ocarina of Time for Christmas. So what did I do to pass the time? Before I got Ocarina of Time, I was reading the strategy guide. So I knew where to go. That's it. So Majora's Mask, yeah, I also got that on an old Nintendo magazine, so wasn't as lost. Twilight Princess, I'd have to say I didn't go th- go go through the strategy guides as much with Twilight Princess. Skyward Sword, yeah, I did not really go through the strategy guides. That's why I got stuck and I got frustrated, and I decided that I wanted to play more anime fighters like BlazBlue. So yeah, okay, enough of the rant. I guess I spent like 10 minutes there.